Hey lovelies. So people for the longest time have been asking me to do a hair video. I'm not really sure why. I mean, I'm sure there are girls out there that have much better hair than me, but because you've asked for it, I'm gonna do it. So tonight, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how I blow dry my hair, how I dry it, and then eventually how I style it. And I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoy doing it. I will catch you in the next part of this video. So here we are in the second part. Wasn't that fast? Like I Dream a Genie. Anyhow, so right now we're going to talk about the products that I like to use in my hair. I've been using Paul Mitchell for a very long time. I love the ethical nature of their products. I love that they don't test on animals. It's very important to me, seeing as I have two young men of my own living here in my house. My two little furry roommates are probably off sleeping somewhere. Lazy little bastards. God love them. Just kidding. So we're going to start with the shampoo that I use. And I do buy the 1 liter. I have a lot of hair. Like, you know, a couple of drops doesn't work to wash my hair, especially because I wash my hair every 10 to 14 days. So the problem with washing your hair every 10 to 14 days when it comes to using shampoo is that you have to use a little bit more because there's a little more buildup in your hair. The good thing is that because my hair is so thick, I shouldn't be washing it every day. I can rinse it every 3rd or 4th day. That's really good to get rid of some of the oil buildup. Or I can use some styling products that we'll get into later on. Okay, I'm not going to talk about those right now. We'll get into those later on. So yeah, so I use the Color Protect Daily Shampoo because of course I do color my hair. As much as I'd love to lie to you and say that I was born with these highlights, I just wasn't. And the conditioner that I use, now I used to use this shampoo as well, but it was recommended by my stylist Mark to start using a color treated shampoo because that would give my hair the more nutrients that it deserves, because oftentimes a lot of these shampoos and conditioners aren't actually designed for color treated hair. They're designed for curly hair that wants to go straight hair that wants to go curly, but they're not designed for colored curly hair that wants to go straight. They're not designed for colored straight hair that wants to go curly. These shampoos are not designed for that. They're designed for virgin hair. So what I started using was the Super Skinny Daily Treatment. Can you see that right there? That's what I use as my conditioner. Now, I also use a leave-in conditioner that I love. Ever since my best friend Jessie got me introduced to this brand, I have loved it ever since. Now, never, ever, ever put it right on your scalp. This is a really big thing that people oftentimes don't think of. Don't put conditioner up here. Start with your conditioner down here and move your way up and close to the root. Your conditioner should stay on your hair between 3 and 5 minutes. So here's what you should do. Wash your hair, put your conditioner in, pull your hair up a little bit, and then wash your body. By the time you're done washing your body and shaving your legs, your conditioner will be ready to be rinsed out. Ta-da! Turn your shower off, squeegee the little hair out, and then put a little bit of AG Hair Cosmetics fast food into your hair. I use this religiously because I love the way it smells. And I love the fact that it's not greasy. But like I said, it's a leave-in conditioner. It doesn't go on the roots. It only goes here and up, okay? Now, I started using Toni and Guy Moisture Injection Conditioner about a year and a half ago. So this is what I use right there. I started using that about a year and a half ago, and the reason why I changed from the product that I was using, which was the Moroccan oil brand, was due to their ethics policies. I wasn't interested in supporting a company that treated their employees a certain way and treated certain religious people certain ways and all that good stuff. So I just decided that that wasn't a brand that I wanted to endorse. It wasn't a brand that I wanted to give my money to, because I don't believe that they treat their employees or the people that work at their companies outside of that. I don't believe they treat them ethically. So I decided that I would change due to the fact that my best friend Heather has educated me on the brand and their ethics policy and the way they treat their employees. So those are the products that I use. And then in the next video, you'll see how I dry my hair. I'll blow dry my hair, and then I'll style it for you. I will catch you all in the next video. Ta-da! Okay, so after I'm done washing all the nooks and crannies and washing, conditioning, and putting my leave-in conditioner into my hair, this is the thing that I use. This is one of my secret weapons. One of my very close friends, Thomas's mom, gave this to me when I did her makeup for his wedding. The only thing is that this isn't the exact one she gave me because the one she gave me unfortunately fell apart because I put it in the washer and dryer. Lesson learned. These don't go in the dryer. Washer, yes. Dryer, so what I generally do is I leave my hair up in this. This is made by Diva Darlings, by the way. You can buy them at Winners. I leave my hair up in this for about an hour, maybe two. So my hair is still slightly damp when I put in my product. So you'll see that, what product I use, in the very next video. Okay, folks, so here we are in part 4. I'm going to show you the product that I use. I started using this because I bought it at Winners, and I was so sick of using 18 different products on my hair. It's by Redken, it's heat styling, it's called Duo Shield. It's really cool. So what you do is, it actually looks like that, and it's actually 2 separate products mixed together, and they come out looking like that. So you take your hair down, obviously. Can't do it through the hair thing, can you? You rub it through both of your hands, starting at the root, at the tips, pulling it through. Remember, if you have bangs like me, you don't want to put too much product in the bang. And I always do this at the end, just to pull it through to the ends. I don't know why. I've done it forever. Okay, as you can see, I've separated out the bangs. And the reason for this is so that I can blow dry them and get them into their position before I start blow drying everything else. This is really important because your bangs are going to sit whatever way you decide to blow dry them. And since I generally blow dry my hair upside down, I generally want to get my bangs out of the way first. So here we go. Okay, so I've blow dried my hair. I've blow dried my bangs, and you see how they sit? See, they've got that nice little bit of volume up here. So what I'll do in the morning, I'm actually going to be blow drying my hair to go to bed, which is something that people don't know that I do. I actually style my hair generally before I go to sleep. So I'll get all the blow drying and everything out of the way as much as possible and then go to sleep. And I find I get less frizz and my hair actually stays longer. So my bangs in the morning will end up getting flat ironed, and I'll finish doing the rest of my hair. So this is me, how I blow dry my hair. Here you go. still a bit damp. It's not completely blow dried. That's actually unhealthy for your hair if you blow dry it completely. You should leave a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of moisture in your hair. So there we go. So that's that. See, it's already starting to sit down just a little bit nicer. And look, it's so thick. Crazy. Thank you, Mama, for the hair. So there, I'm going to brush out my bangs again. And as you can see, they've already started to separate because of how I blow dried it. So, again, we just go over it like we did earlier. Same thing. Not, it doesn't matter. Okay, so here we are the next day. You see what I said? I let it all naturally dry. My bangs, I just had to go over them quickly with a flat iron, no big deal. So what I like to do, I use my fingers a lot. You can use a comb or whatever works best for you. So what I do is I go straight down the back with my fingernail, parting everything right down the middle. I take the side that I'm not using so that I don't have any crossovers. Pin it up, and then I do this. So we're going to go right through here, and we're going to part it into two. Again, using your fingers, or whatever instrument you'd like to use. It's pretty easy. Make sure you go all the way back to the back, because you always forget stuff. Well, I know I always do. So here we go. And then we pin this up over here. And there we go. So now we've got this. Now, I always do this one little section back here first, right where the ear is. See that? This section always seems to be the hardest one for me to do. So then, I'm only going to do half on camera, and then I'll show you the finished result after. So I got a smaller pin here, and we use that to hold this one little piece up, right? So here we go. Try to make sure that the portions that you use are in equal increments. If they're not, it doesn't matter. It's not going to kill you. So I use a Baby Bliss Pro. I've had this curling iron for, oh God, I don't even know how long, but I've had it for about at least 4 or 5 years, and it's still perfect. It's been dropped so many times. Baby Bliss, I say, makes the best hair products. There's other companies out there that make great ones, but I like Baby Bliss for my hair, especially for my thick, coarse, curly hair. Okay, so we leave that. When I'm doing the smaller one, you see that nice curl there? When I'm doing the smaller sections like this, I always go fairly close to the scalp. When I get a little higher up, you'll see I drag the curling iron out just a bit so that it's not as close to the scalp, so that it's a little more wave than curl. I usually count to about 10. So yeah. It's going to be such a long video. I'm so glad that you took this journey with me. I'm glad that you asked for the hair tutorial. I'll see what I can do about editing some stuff up later, see if I can speed up some things. Now be careful, be very careful. When you're getting this close to the ear, you don't want to burn yourself. And I have burned myself many a time. Many a time, sadly. All right. Oh. So you'll see there, you're going to start getting the shape, the smoothed out curls. You see that? And here's another thing. Other than the product that I put in last night, I've put no additional products into my hair. Just the ones I did last night. And I always, this is just me, I'm not really sure why. I always work from the back to the front. It's just a thing. Coffee. God loves Starbucks at home, right? Good Lord. It's almost like I don't know what I did before having Starbucks at home. Now this is not as easy to do in the camera as it normally would be. And I wasn't smart enough to bring a mirror out here, which I think we'll have to do for next time. Make sure you try to get right to the end. And try to let the hair cool before you start sticking your fingers through it. You want the curl to set that you've just put into your head. You don't want to be sticking your oily fingers and whatever through your hair right while it's trying to set, because that's not going to be, it's not going to help to make it stay nice and curly and true. If you start feeling your curling iron pulling right there, because I sometimes feel mine pulling just a little tiny bit, what you do is just release the handle just ever so slightly. Not enough to let go of the hair, but enough to give you a little more pull. That takes a little bit of practice without it slipping out, but eventually you'll get it. It's not as difficult as people think it is. Okay, so now we have almost one full section. See? Do you see the curls? And I always push it to the back. It's just a force of habit. And now, and then we clip this up. We don't need that big clip anymore. Here we go. And again, start from the back, working your way towards the front. Be careful. If you've got layers like me, which I do have some layers in my hair, you want to be fairly careful when you're pulling forward. Sometimes you'll need to tilt the curling iron ever so slightly in order to get the very ends of it as well. Make sure that the section that you're bringing up isn't too thick as well. And when you're doing it up here, remember what I said. So go very slow. We're going to go to here, turn it, and then hold it ever so slightly. Just see the space there? So the reason why I'm doing it that way is so that it falls down and curls just a little better, just a little looser. You don't want it so close to the scalp because you want it to sort of sit down and yeah. And the thicker the portion that you're doing, that should be the amount of time that you're leaving it up for. And what I find as well is, especially if you've got layers like I do, start curling the wand as soon as you start pulling it away from the head. Be careful, you don't want to pull on your hair, you don't want to pull your hair out, you don't want to add more breakage, but start pulling it ever so slightly as you pull it out. This way all of the hair will actually start to curl around a lot nicer. Here's our last little section here. And I always do the top just a little bit more than the rest of my hair. I always tend to leave the curling iron on just for maybe like 20 seconds as opposed to the 10 or 15 that I do with the other strands. And I generally will pull just a little bit from below, about that much there, because usually it doesn't seem to be as thick. I don't seem to pull as much. So we do that. We do this. And voila. There you go. There's half my hair done. And now I know the tools, the tricks. So there you have it. Now you know the tools, the tricks, and the products that I use to get my hair looking like this. A huge shout out to the Anti-Aging Clinic here in Toronto, Ontario on Avenue Road for helping my skin look the way it does to give me the confidence to come on camera without makeup on. I contemplated doing a full face of makeup with the hair and everything. I thought it'd be very glamorous, but then I decided that since you asked for a hair video and not a makeup video, that I would keep the focus on the hair. So here you are. A couple of things to remember. After I put the Duo Shield Color Protecting Gel Cream into my hair at night, I don't put any additional styling products into my hair during the day. I put the products in at night, I curl it in the morning, and then I leave it. No additional products. The only extra products that I put in are products that I use at night, and that's just the one, and it's this. It's Rockaholic Dirty Secret Dry Shampoo. You apply it to the bangs, mostly, here, and then into the roots up in here. You'll notice that there's a bit of a white film. Don't panic. It'll go away in the morning. You'll be fine. So as always, I thank you so much for coming along on this journey with me. I thank you for asking for the hair video, and I hope you'll keep asking for more videos, and this way I can do more for you. I hope you all have an incredible and happy holidays. I'll catch you on the flip side, folks.